No bye, no aloha. Gone with a rock promoter.
All right, here, cheers.
Cheers, dude.
You got a very light coffee color right there. I don't know if that's the color that you want it to be or not.
Oh, I always like it creamy.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. The only thing I like black is my women.
So you think your Simpsons knowledge is pretty good? Is that what? I'm not trying to challenge you, but
Oh, yeah, dude, you would destroy me in a Simpsons off, that's for sure.
you, because me and John were just talking about it. He's like, you think you've seen every episode? I was like, I know I've seen every episode.
Yeah,
But
there's no way.
But seasons 1 through 13, like 10 deep each.
Yeah, those are the classics, right?
Yeah.
That's the cornerstone.
When's
right
the
there.
last time you watched like a full like few seasons or like went through the first 13 or something?
It's probably about 6 or 7 years ago.
Oh, it's been a minute.
Yeah, I torrented it on the internet, and I was just like binging it for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I've been more into like South Park nowadays.
Are you a thief like that? Like you steal a lot of your stuff online?
Yeah,
I do. I definitely do.
I let it out, dude. I mean, I pay for a lot of stuff too.
I just recently started going legit. I just got Netflix.
Oh yeah.
My girlfriend has Hulu. I got cable.
Oh, okay.
So then I get NBA TV. I got the FX so I can watch all my Simpsons. What else? I think I got legit on everything.
Yeah.
There's this show called Snowfall. You ever watch that or hear of it?
No.
It's on FX. That's the only thing I had to I had to not record. I had to download recently because they don't have it available.
Oh really? You downloaded it? You paid for it online?
So well, I have FX,
Okay.
which I can go and watch it, but then they take it down. So I was like, well, I got to catch up before this next season. They pulled it off right before I was done watching season 2, and I was like, oh god, this show is so good. It's about when crack first hit LA
Oh really?
in 1983.
Oh shit,
Year
that's
I was
probably
born.
crazy, dude.
It's a cool show. I don't want to give anything else away, but that show is rad.
Yeah, dude.
It's
Anything
like,
about crack has got to have some.
yeah, it's like
pulse
Breaking
to it.
Bad crack almost. It's really good. It's,
Oh my God.
And it's not that well known of a show.
It's
but-
on FX, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. I've been mostly about like just I like physical format, like buying the DVD or whatever.
Oh, you're like that, huh?
Yeah, I just canceled all my cable, Netflix. I'm just like diving into the deep abyss of
Yeah.
media, you know?
I believe it. You and
Yeah,
me
dude.
are quite opposite on almost all opinions. Like, if I'm like, how many songs do you think you should put on an album? You're like 30, and I'm like 12. You know, like how long do you think a song should be? You're like 5 minutes. I'm like 1 minute.
I love that, dude. I love the
Yeah.
dichotomy of those opinions because the way you do things in your band is like it's awesome too. You know, like you'll write a 30-second song, or the Rats album is probably like 20 minutes long,
Exactly.
and you record
Yeah.
it live in a room with Robin. You know, like
But I will say though, your album, and I'm not even saying this because you're here. I said this to you before.
yeah,
Your album is one of the best sounding albums I've heard from a local band in a fucking minute.
wow,
Really,
that means a lot to me, dude.
For real, Skullduggerous.
Yeah,
that
dude.
album. Me and all the Rats guys were going to the beach one day, and I had it on the car, and I was like, "Yo, listen to this shit. Am I tripping, or is this does this sound really fucking good?"
Wow, dude.
I know you guys spent a lot of time on it with
Yeah.
Dimitri, but fucking hell, man, I don't know if it's your ear, or
Yeah.
you're just like you tweak
I
out
fucking
that
nitpick
much on it,
the shit out of it.
dude. It
Big
sounds
time.
really fucking good.
Yeah, dude,
but
thank you for that, man.
yeah, I'm not gonna go on and fucking tell you how great it is.
Just a little hint is all I need. That's crypto, dude.
It
'cause-
is though. I mean, for real, it sounds really good, and I think it's all over the place enough,
Yeah.
but not too much.
You know where that came from? Is like, I just would listen to London Calling all the time by The
totally,
Clash, and that
totally.
record is all over the place. It
Yeah.
has reggae, rockabilly, you know, punk rock, ska, and I just
Mm-hmm.
love that wide array of colors that the album brought to my life. You know, and I wanted to bring that in my own way. Where like there's reggae, there's songs about booty shorts.
Yeah,
It's all over the place.
it's really fun, and like yeah, the punk rock songs they have like almost like a Fat Records-y like hit,
Yeah.
but the
can see
reggae
that.
songs just are heavy as fuck, like yeah, I love it.
Try to make it true to form, you know?
Yeah,
like,
you really nailed it, man. With
thank you, dude.
And you got like Ken on the keys on there. Did you have
Yeah.
horns on this one or no?
Yeah, we had horns on 3 songs, actually. It was Fernando and I think it was Babyface.
There you go.
Yeah, dude. And then I would like, we didn't have no horn lines prepared at all.
Damn.
And then Fernando just like would kind of ad lib some stuff, and then I don't know how to play horns at all, but I would like sing him a horn line.
Yeah.
And then he came up with it. I was like, dude,
There you go.
we have arrived. Finally,
sick.
dude.
Well, you had horns on the last one, right?
Yeah.
Babyface was on there.
Babyface and Johnny Boto
Yeah. Oh my god.
and Jeff. Basically Black Square.
Yeah, for sure.
It's amazing, dude.
You ever think about what you would do if, like, say for instance, you lost your fingers and you couldn't play guitar anymore?
Oh my god.
What do you think you would do?
I would probably like hire a couple girls to play as my hands, and I would just play harmonica.
Can you play harmonica?
I would probably learn how to.
You'd have to.
Yeah.
I mean, fuck.
Or I would be a really good singer. I would
Yeah.
just focus all my energy on, because, you know, I play like rhythm guitar and sing. So if I had all my focus on singing, I'd probably be like Aretha Franklin by now.
What if, okay, this is fucking serious because you actually smoke cigarettes.
Oh, yeah.
What if you fucking lost, what if you had to get that, what's it called?
voice
Is
box?
it called a tracheotomy, or am I tripping?
No, I think that sounds about right.
If you had to get that and you
shit.
lost your voice,
Oh, no.
and you could still play guitar in your band, but
Yeah.
you couldn't sing anymore, then what would you do?
I'd probably end up being like Eddie Van Halen up in that bitch, dude. But I've
You
thought
think you would
about
get
that.
another singer
Probably,
and
yeah.
continue the band?
Yeah, because
Wow.
it's like that dude from South Park with the voice box. He's like, hey, Jimbo.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
nobody wants to hear that over like the Blaze, though.
Absolutely not. No, nobody wants to hear that, period.
Yeah.
It's fucked up. But because I trip about that, and not even like we're just like these small time local musicians, but
Right.
I think about that all the time because it's like my big like outlet, right? It's
Right.
the same for you. You know
Big
what I
time,
mean? It's
dude.
like you're not going to work to fulfill your passion. You do this on the side so that you can
So I
have
can
something.
like coexist in this world, dude. Like I
Yeah.
can let out, dude.
I trip
big
about
time.
that. I'm like, what would I do because if I couldn't sing anymore, that'd be a really big bummer. But okay, I could still play guitar and drums. But if I lost my fingers and I couldn't sing anymore and I couldn't play drums anymore, oh my god, I don't know.
There's not too many instruments you can play without those extremities, you know?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, dude. I think about that when I smoke cigarettes. I'm like, this is like, people like my voice sometimes too, you know? They're like, you're all right, you know? They like the falsetto or whatever. And like, if I keep smoking cigarettes, eventually the fucking day is going to come. So it's like,
And you smoke 100s.
yeah,
You smoke that little bit of extra cigarette in there.
I got to get every little bit of morsel I can,
You're a
dude.
wild man.
I'm a fucking animal when it comes to cigarettes. I like moderation in a lot of things, but cigarettes is just,
Yeah.
it's my my mistress.
So are you moderate on the alcohol now?
Yeah, especially since I got the D.
You drink every day or no?
Nah, I only really drink when I go out,
Oh.
just because like it's a social setting and we're normally at the bar. It feels kind of weird to be drinking water at the bar.
Do you know what your so you know how many drinks you can have, right? You can have one
Yeah.
an hour, basically.
I'll basically like look at the time. I'll be like, oh, it's 9:30. Okay, I got one beer. Do I have food in my stomach? And then 10:30 comes around. I'm like, yeah, I'll probably wait till about 10:45 and like kind of space it out.
Then you
in
can
a
leave
time frame.
or have another beer.
Yeah, it's either I can leave right now and my car will start, or I can have another drink and wait another hour.
So what's the process on getting that? You have to pay for them to install it. You have to pay
Yeah.
a monthly fee.
I think it's $125 to have it installed, something around there. And every 30 days, you have to book an appointment with the company, and then yeah, it's another like $98.
Recalibrate.
Yeah, for 12 months.
God. How long are you in this?
From last December, 2018 till 2019 December.
But if you didn't drive,
Yeah.
not because I've had a couple friends with DUIs and they just like they lost their license, but then they didn't continue to drive. You
Yeah,
have to drive.
exactly.
You live in Hawaii Kai.
I mean, I could catch the bus, but it'd be a bitch to gig. You can't put a orange 4x12 on the
No.
bus.
Are you playing a 4x12?
Nah, but
Oh, God. I was going to say, that's a little bit ridiculous.
yeah, dude.
But then again, that would be, I play a 112 15-watt amp. You would play a 4x12, probably like a fucking 250 like tube damp.
Yeah, dude. Sometimes you need that counterbalance, you know?
I mean, if I could, like, if I was like stupid, like if I was like in a big band, I had a roadie, like, I'd be like, okay, fine, yeah, sure.
Yeah, he's doing all the work.
But
Why don't I get the tone?
I feel like I play a blues junior. I feel like the tone's pretty cool.
Yeah.
You can create if you turn everything up. It sounds pretty cool.
Get the drive going.
It's not going to be as like punk rock.
Yeah.
But if you're trying to play just like a dirty, gritty,
Right.
I think you might like the tone on it.
Oh yeah, is that what you used at the Kelly show when you were playing Lit or like Stone Temple Pilots?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. That thing was like barely even turned up, but
Right.
the tone was pretty growling.
Yeah, it's cool. It's it's 15 watts. So I mean, it's once you get that drive going, or once you get that pre up, it's breaking
It's got
up.
some balls, yeah.
But if you crank the master up and you leave it down, and it gets nice and loud. It gets too loud for Kelly's. They'd
Yeah.
be like, the bar would be like, you have to turn down. So.
Yeah, that's the thing. I feel like that's a good for a lot of different styles of music. Like if you're in a band like Necromantics or something,
Yeah, totally.
you'd have a biting tone or Hell Caminos.
That's what I use.
But if you're in like Suicidal Tendencies, might not be the right amp
Probably
for you.
not. Probably not so much.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. I've heard stories of people using really small amps in the studio,
Yeah.
and it's you can do a lot, especially if you're playing somewhere and you're gonna get mic'd up anyway. Who cares? But I do prefer, even though when I play at Anna's, they'll go like, "Oh, you're playing too loud." I'm like, "No, it's
No,
not
dude.
too loud. Just turn the vocals up, please." Because all the bands that play, like the mainland bands, are like cranked up, and it sounds great.
Yeah.
They know what they're doing.
They just know how to dial it in correctly.
Yeah.
They know how to they're like, how's the bass sound? It's like if you play enough shows throughout a certain amount of years, you start to have an ear for it, and the band starts to dial each other in. You're like, the bass is too loud. I'm a guitar player. The drums need to come up, whatever, It's like, it's all about respect of dynamics, And sometimes it's good to have a musician friend out in the crowd. Sometimes I look at, some members of Superfucked or whoever, Josh 86,
Yeah.
you.
How's
I'd be
it
like,
sounding?
yeah. And then they're the voices I trust, not some random dude in the crowd. Because he doesn't know. Like, he's like, oh, I want to hear more guitar solo. It's like, dude, the guitar solo is melting your face right now, bro. If it
Yeah.
comes up anymore, we're all done.
Yeah. I think if depending, like if the guitar is a real ripper, I think the better you are at the guitar, the louder it should be.
Yeah,
Or the-
exactly.
Yeah, I don't know, because that's what I want to hear, But
Absolutely.
a good mix, of course. I'm not talking about a ridiculous amount,
Yeah.
but I appreciate it. There's a couple times I've seen people, I've seen bands playing, and then the lead guitar hits his boost pedal, and it just skyrockets it. But if he's really confident and playing something awesome, I'm like, I like it.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. It's a little bit ridiculous, but I like it.
in a a metal front or whatever, you see like a band like Motley Crue, you want to see fucking that dude
Yeah.
ripping your face because
I want to hear it.
he's not messing up,
Smiths is the first band you were in?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, dude, 14 years.
14 fucking years.
Yeah, it's basically I've been in other bands, but
What are the
not
bands?
really.
Oh, yeah, the Bubblers.
Yeah, the Bubblers and fucking what's the other one? Junkies Running Dry.
Oh, of course, yeah.
And then a couple other ones I would jam at. Yeah, Operation Ivy Tribute Band.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Oh, you're gonna come through, dude. You're gonna enjoy it. But Smiths has always been the blood of my life, you know?
That's crazy, man.
I never needed to join another band because everything I wanted to do, I channeled through that vehicle,
You do a lot of styles,
Yeah, exactly.
and it works. You even had some stuff that I was tripping on, like, yeah, you would have some weird kind of out there, like almost like late '90s emo
yeah.
or indie rock kind of feel. And
Yeah.
I was like, whoa, that's a
I think I
trip.
know exactly the song you're talking about.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, we'd like do some like jazzy stuff, and I was listening to a lot of Mars Volta at the time, so I was like trying to push the songwriting to the most progressive I could go at the time, and we ended up having this song called Never Sides Break, and that was like, it's like people like either loved it or hated it, just like a lot of songs on that album. It's like I just made that album to like give you so many flavors. You're not gonna like them all, maybe you do, but most likely it's gonna alienate some people. Like the song Booty Shorts, I know a lot of girls who fucking love that song, and then
They probably wear booty shorts.
Talked to a couple girls who told me they left our show because we played that song.
That's a little silly. I mean, you're saying you like booty shorts. You're not saying that's not even that crazy to say.
It's like, bro, I'm like fucking saying the
girl-
same shit Sir Mix-a-Lot would have said.
Right.
You
There's
know?
girls on
Nice
the
big
beach
butts.
in thongs, and you're not even talking about thongs.
Yeah, exactly.
Booty shorts are, I don't know. I think it's pretty acceptable, but
Yeah, exactly.
what
dude.
do I know?
I'm not objectifying anybody. I'm lifting it up onto a platform.
What's
where
the?
it deserves.
Do you guys still play some of the first songs you ever wrote?
That's a good question. We play like Rat Race, and then there's a couple songs that like my friends who like saw us back in the day they love. Like there's a song called Pollute Boy. That a lot of people are like, dude, you got to play that one. Like sometimes it gets like lost in the mind, you know, because you're like always trying to push further than when you first started. And I was like, there's some good gems in there, but some of them like I'd rather leave behind.
Right.
You know, in the sake of progression.
Yeah. I can look back at songs that I wrote when at 13 years ago and just be like, oh God, I don't ever want to play that song again. And then every once in a while you get the random person at shows like, yo, play this song. I'm like, why?
Yeah, do you like that song?
Why do you really like that song? Or are you just saying that just to be difficult and be like, I just to kind of like be like, I've been around for this long, which is cool.
Trying to date yourself
which
back.
I totally appreciate. But do you really like that song?
Yeah.
Do you really want to hear that song? Because
something tells me you're fucking bullshitting.
there was a song on the Hell Camino's first album
Yeah.
that was like, I forget exactly how long. I think it was like 12, 13 minutes. Mm-hmm. People would be like, yo, you should play that song. I'm like, no, why? You want half of our set to be that one song? It's ridiculous.
It's a wasted affair.
The song is so all over the place. I did it just to and I think it was
fuck
before
around.
American Idiot came out too.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, just
2000-ish.
not to be like whatever, but
we did it.
But it was, I wanted to do like this epic adventure song
Yeah.
that went all over the place. It's okay.
Right.
It's not the worst song in the world. It's,
The concept sounds
it's not
cool.
great.
Yeah.
It's fun to do. I think it'd be, I can understand, I mean, obviously Green Day did a really good job when they did American Idiot.
Yeah. I would
And-
beg to differ with that, but
Really? You don't think so?
I hate that album.
Really?
Yeah, I can't stand
That was
American
the last
Idiot, dude.
album of theirs that I liked.
You could fathom. I was like, when I heard that, I was like, dude, this is fucking like an end of an era right here. They like killed my heroes, dude.
You didn't like the song American Idiot?
No.
Huh.
I
thought
hope
it was...
Billy Joel never hears this podcast.
Well, that's
but-
fine. I actually, I've heard from a pretty reputable source that song was kind of ripped off from another band.
Oh yeah, actually, yeah, I've seen a YouTube video where there's like a
Yeah.
riff of da-na-na-da-na-da-na-na.
If you know, you know. If not, I'll tell you later. But
Was that Dillinger 4 or somebody?
oh yeah, yeah.
Deep within the recess of my mind, I remember that.
I'm sure if anybody was to Google it and kind of look into it, you'd be able to find it out anyway. But I thought it was cool just because I appreciated what they were doing with trying to write these crazy long songs, and I felt like they did a pretty good job at it.
Right.
Because that's something that I would be interested to do.
Especially where they were at in their career. They've like
Yeah.
hit all these plateaus and they're trying to like do new things, and I can totally respect that frame of mind, but I just feel like the songs themselves were like fucking watered down as fuck, dude.
You think Green Day was one of the bands that kind of ruined a certain era of music, or not really?
No.
No.
I feel like Green Day was a huge like help with Nirvana, you know, in the 90s to like
See, I think Nirvana ruined music.
You think Nirvana did?
Absolutely. Yeah. That was
hilarious.
one that I was going to reference.
Yeah,
as
dude.
One of the bands that I think ruined music. But you think that Green Day helped Nirvana?
No, I think both in the
vice
mid
versa.
90s, Nirvana and Green Day, they both came from the underground. You know, and I've seen so many punk rock documentaries where like, you know, NoFX and Offspring, they talk about like when Green Day released Dookie, you know, it let Rancid and all these Pennywise bands, you know, like just like go from these small clubs into these huge, you know, like
Sure.
international festivals, and it just opened up a can of worms that was like buried underneath the underground. And you need that sometimes. I mean, if you want to like actually make a career off of this, you need that blast off point, that jump off point. And Green Day like definitely, you know, it's not the most technically the truest form of punk rock,
Yeah, whatever.
but it's true enough where it came from fucking, you know, Gilman Street, you know, opening for Operation Ivy, like some of the dopest bands Green Day is associated with, and you know, they came from the underground, and they showed it to the world. And sometimes you need that to, like, that's why hip hop's so big, is because it went from the underground and it went to a huge platform through certain hip hop artists, but it
It's still
started in the
pure.
underground.
It's still a pure music that didn't end up becoming like a crossover. Not that there's anything wrong with crossovers, but I think there's a couple bands that ruined music,
Yeah, dude.
and I'll tell you why. But Green
love
Day
that.
Green Day is arguably one because of exactly what you said.
Yeah,
Because
I can see that.
they took something and it became wildly popular in the mainstream, and where is it now? It's, when you were young, and in between when you were young and when I was just not becoming, starting to not be that young anymore.
Yeah, coming into the late teens.
Yeah, punk rock was really cool, quote unquote cool, and it let you and me do something really fun and have like more fun than maybe we should have been able to have because of how many kids were down to go to underground punk shows at the time.
Right.
They saw it on TV and they thought, "Oh, that's cool. That'd be a fun place for me to go."
Right.
And fuck off my teen years, and then turn their back on it later.
Yeah, that's amazing.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know.
Well, it was amazing that we had that time. Where are they now? I mean, they're off just doing normal adult shit.
Right. Yeah, sometimes it's like you need that jump off point to know whether or not you want it. It's kind of like a taste test or whatever. They're just like, I was a teenage angst kid, and then I went to these shows. Right around when I became 20, I was like, maybe get a job. Start, like, you lose that passion. But, sometimes, like for me, I was a super young kid, and I didn't know what punk rock was. But punk rock found me because I was probably like 11, and I saw the Offspring's original Prankster music video, and I was like, what is this, dude? And then I fucking went to Tower Records that day, got 2 Offspring records, and then the fucking punk rock was like written into me. It started with Offspring, and then it went off.
Which albums?
It was it Ixnay and the Hombre?
Oh, that was one of my first too.
Yeah, dude, I love that record.
Because that was a little bit older.
Yeah.
That was one of my first. That was one of my first punk rock albums as well.
I fucking love that record still. I'm not a huge Offspring. The Offspring used to be my favorite band.
I feel you on that. I'm not a huge Offspring fan, but that
album, dope.
Yeah, it was one of the first ones that my buddy introduced to me.
Yeah, dude.
And then the other one was whatever had original Prankster on it.
Yeah, that was
Yeah, that was by the time I was over them, but I understand it.
Yeah.
Because that's the same thing for me. And now, so like, I've been running, and I listen to a lot of music when I'm running, and it's actually really cool because I'm actually finding another spot to listen to music, because I even said it like on a podcast the other day when I was talking to somebody. I'm like, I don't even listen to music anymore.
Yeah.
So it's cool to find a time to listen to music, because if I'm in the car, especially on a long drive, I'm putting on a podcast. If I'm on my bicycle, I'm usually putting on a podcast.
Just podcasting out.
Not music. But when I'm running, it's kind of cool to, like, if a certain song comes on, it has a certain tempo, and I can be like, okay, this song is going to last for 2 minutes, and I'm going to run at that tempo for these 2 minutes.
Yeah.
So it's kind of cool. And
to kind of, like, set it to that tempo.
Yeah, it's just, like, random old stuff that, like, I mean, straight up, because I was talking to Fern about it, and ever since I talked to him about it, it's been back in my playlist. Limp Bizkit. I know it's ridiculous. But me and Lundy.
What the fuck? Yeah, dude.
Lundy from fucking
Old Habits.
Old Habit. I was gonna. What's his Badass Noise?
Oh, that band's sick too.
They are.
They're super sick.
They're crazy.
I was like, bro, it's not even fair to any other bands because they're gonna fucking shred your face.
It's like
dude.
Megadeth or something.
Yeah,
like
it's like fucking some thrash. Was it?
Yeah,
crossover
thrash metal.
Shit. Whatever, dude. Like their shit is
like it's barely
heavy.
even punky. It's like 80s metal, like thrashy 80s metal. It's cool.
Yeah.
But me and him, we used to work together and listen to Limp Bizkit, and it was like this joke, and then it was like, wait, is this a joke?
Are we starting to like this now?
And now I'll straight up have Limp Bizkit come on my playlist when I'm running, and I'm like, I don't give a fuck, man. I'm ready to shout it out, be like,
I'm ready to break stuff.
Yeah. It's hilarious, and it's very stupid. It's like lowest common denominator.
Yeah.
But I don't care.
I like Monster Energy drink.
Yeah, I'm giving way less fucks about anything lately. I'm
know,
like, you know what I like? Fuck it. I like that.
I like NSYNC, dude.
Fuck.
Bye, bye,
Fuck
bye.
yeah. I love NSYNC.
Dude, you rep that shit at Smith's Union Bar, dude.
I love it.
That's the most punk rock thing you can do. Just the middle finger to everybody,
I
dude.
just don't. But Backstreet Boys is coming. I'm not going to go to see people. People have been coming up like, "Oh, you're going to go see Backstreet Boys, aren't you?" I'm like, "No, I don't really care about Backstreet Boys. If it was in sync,
Oh yeah.
But you know what?
It'd be over.
JT doesn't need that money. Backstreet Boys needs that. Like, let's get back together.
Who in the Backstreet Boys is famous right now? They're all in the fucking bargain
BBJ
bin.
will probably tell you everything about what.
You want some Backstreet Boys knowledge? I'm finna break it down for you.
But okay, you know who ruined music?
Who did?
Nirvana.
Nirvana? Okay.
Nirvana ruined music because everybody came out and Nirvana came out and everybody else came out and they said we want to sound exactly like them, and then you ended up with bands like Nickelback.
You gotta break me down to that correlation.
Right? Okay. You know
Nirvana
who else?
to Nickelback. How does that train work?
It's just the vocal melody, and
Yeah.
it's just like the lullaby. It's a lullaby verse with a heavy chorus.
Okay.
Not that I actually know any Nickelback songs, but I think that's how they work. I think that
Good as a born man stealing.
that's exactly the one I would have thought. Yeah, that's the only one I know.
Yeah, they're Canadian.
Are they?
Yeah, they are.
Oh, you know too much about them already.
I know some pop culture references that fucking don't need to be known.
But fuck it.
Yeah, but fuck it.
Yeah. And but the other one, Sublime.
Sublime.
Sublime was a great band.
I can feel that.
Who did something awesome. But if you ever are rocking Sublime, it's like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Just because it got to that point where it's like, that was a great band.
I know what you mean.
When I got that album, my dad gave it to me because he was like,
the one with the tattoo on his back?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And he goes, I think you might like this. And I was like, whoa, this is cool.
Yeah,
this
fuck
is
yeah.
really like, it just has its own thing.
Right.
Except for every motherfucker stole what was their own thing.
Yeah.
And then just ripped it the fuck off. And all of that shit
Absolutely.
can go straight to hell.
That's the thing, is that the root of the bastardization is fucking dope, dude. Like Sublime, I love Sublime.
Yeah, they're great.
But it's like the fans
They're the worst.
fucking ruin it,
Yep.
dude. They don't even.
Sublime is great, and anybody who likes them is the worst. Anybody who shouts out at a show, hey, play the Sublime song, that person is the worst.
Yeah, dude. See, a lot of bros listen to Sublime. That's the problem, dude.
A lot of everybody listens
I went to
Sublime.
Punahou Summer School, and all the bros, all the fucking like, hey, what's up, bro? We're gonna get pitted tonight. Like the airheads.
Yeah.
They don't listen to reggae. See, the thing about Sublime is they knew the fucking real roots of reggae, and they knew the real punk rock.
And they did a cool thing with it.
Yeah, absolutely. It was a dope foundational like crossover between ska, reggae, and punk, and that's what Smiths does, and that's why I respect them for what they did, because they knew where it came from. But their fans have no idea who fucking Sugar Minot is, who Dennis Brown is, who fucking Lee Scratch Perry is. You know, it's like,
I will say, 5446, first time I heard it was on that Sublime record.
Yeah, dude,
Straight up, it was.
it's a dope gateway into the real thing.
Yeah.
You know, it's just a transitional
And then
band.
I heard the original and I was like, oh, whoa, I was like, once I started hearing originals. But the other thing is,
Yeah.
growing up very sheltered, I didn't get a lot of stuff. I didn't get to get a lot of explicit lyric content when I was younger because I was raised Mormon.
Yeah.
But what I did get
Me
was
too.
a lot of Hawaiian radio.
Oh, yeah? That's
So-
dope, though.
Which is really dope,
Fuck
still
yeah.
to this day. But I didn't know a lot of those songs were covers.
The Hawaiian songs?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Brown Eyed Girl, first time I heard it, How Crater Boys.
Yeah, brown eyed girl.
Straight up. And then
You
later
might-
on, I would hear the covers and be like, I think, and shout out to Kaliko and those guys for, because they talked about this on their podcast.
Oh, yeah?
And I told him too, because they talked about it on their podcast and they said, it's How's This Podcast, by the way. If you haven't listened to it, check it out. Kaliko.
I got to check it out.
Yeah, Kaliko and Shayla, his girlfriend,
Mm-hmm.
and then Micah, who runs Hawaii Hardcore, and his
Okay.
girlfriend.
Nice.
It's really cool. It's fun. It's, just...
And they were talking about, like, Hawaiian
They
records
did, well, they're
and shit?
just talking about whatever.
Yeah,
but
sick.
they did talk about it, and I remember being like, hey, because they said, you don't write, and they're like, yeah, all those songs were covers, and I was like, oh, wait, you
Hold
don't
the
write?
phone.
You don't write? That was actually theirs. That was actually theirs.
Yeah, how are you going to take
that's
that
like
away
my
from them?
favorite. That's like my favorite Out Crater Boys song.
Yeah, I remember we were talking about forming a cover band of Hawaiian songs, dude?
Me
Stink
First
Eye?
Gimme Gimmes of Hawaiian.
Yeah, bro, that'd
Which
be classic,
I would
dude.
love to do.
I'd fuck with that, dude.
Yeah, it's just
There's a lot of dope Hawaiian music out there.
there's just that initial bit of work that you have to do for anything, which
Oh yeah.
I'm like one of the laziest guys ever, straight up,
You're just a living Garfield, dude,
for real.
in punk rock form.
Ugh, I'm so lazy.
I
It
could
takes
see it.
so much effort for me to do anything at all.
But you push yourself to run, so at least you have that counterbalance
Yeah.
of being like, you know what, I'm lazy, but when I'm like, I had to force myself to get out this door and whatever, like gotta go ride my bike. You ride your bike to work,
I ride my bike to work. That doesn't matter. That doesn't affect me. If it's raining, then I'm gonna be a total fucking baby about it.
Yeah,
But
that's crap.
the running thing is no big deal because if it's raining, I'll run in the stairwell, which I actually really like running in the stairwell because it doesn't hurt my knees and it's
Just going up and down.
yeah. You always have to be on your toes,
Yeah,
which is the proper form for running. If I run flat, I usually have bad form and I hurt my knees or I hurt my hip flexors.
yeah, there's a lot of uneven surfaces on these roads.
But you know what? I think I'm lazy until a point. Like once I've got something that I've been doing for a couple weeks, I'm like, okay, that's just what I do.
Yeah, you just regiment it into
But
it.
I still feel like 9 times out of 10 I wake up and I'm like, oh, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do it. But it's in my head like I have to do it.
Yeah,
But
that's good.
I still feel just as lazy. I still feel like such a baby, and I'm just complaining to myself in my head the whole time. Just go
Yeah.
home. Just go. No, just keep going. Just keep going.
You gotta fucking want it. It's like
Yeah.
those '80s movies. You gotta fucking want it. You gotta like think of like your exercise like a fucking '80s sports montage, and just fucking love it. Just own it.
I hate every second of it. Getting tattooed, I hate every second of it.
Oh my god,
But
yeah.
I want to get all the tattoos, but I
Dude.
hate it.
I got tattooed on the rib cage recently.
Yeah.
That was a
got a
fucking nightmare,
big
dude.
one.
Yeah,
How
that
many
thing was
sessions?
huge, dude. 3 sessions. Each
Are you
one was
still
like
doing your thing?
the one tattoo a month. No,
Ooh, how long did it go for?
for 1 year.
Oh, is that the goal?
Yeah, just 1 year. People are like,
Nice.
"How? What's your tattoo for August?" I'm like, I'm not even doing that anymore, dude.
Oh, really?
Because that thing's expensive.
I was
Costs
just
a lot
gonna
of
say
money, dude.
it must have. It must have.
I saved
Did you
up
go
some
to
money.
different artists every time?
I tried to. I did a couple duplicates throughout the year, but
A lot of good guys.
2 from whoever. I got some dope ones. Like I was getting so many tattoos that I forgot. Like I was like, what am I gonna do next, dude? Like I'm just running out of time. Just like
you
thinking
kinda,
whatever.
Were you setting up the appointments like months out,
No, yeah, I was like kind of flying it by the seat of my pants, just like
doing walk-ins?
or like just like Instagram messaging certain
Oh,
tattoo
word. Yeah,
artists,
yeah,
like, are you
for sure.
free in like a week or whatever? And they're like, yeah, dude, what you want?
Nice.
I'm like, I want freaking Rap Replinger on my arm.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, oh, is that was that painter?
Yeah.
Fucking Bob Ross.
Bob Ross. Yeah.
It's like, brah, you see that nose
No,
on this
it's
bugger?
a
He's
different guy with
Portuguese.
an afro.
Some Portuguese nose, brah. Shows how much you know.
Dude. But do you want to get way more tattoos, or you kind of
Yeah, I wanna push it, dude.
you can get your hands and your
There's
neck?
certain spots that I don't think I'll ever get. Like
Really?
the feet. I don't think I'm gonna get the
Why not?
feet. I don't know. I just like the look of naked feet.
Really?
Just like how on a girl, like I've been with some girls and they got tattoos on their ass, and I'm like, dude, that's
No
you
good.
can't tattoo the ass, dude.
Oh, really?
You can't
No,
do it.
I love every single tattoo.
Yeah, that's fair.
What I don't like, big shocker, a lot of people, I don't like it when people have their hands and their neck tattooed and they don't have sleeves.
Yeah,
I think it looks weird. I think it throws off your
the balance of your body.
kind of the way that your body hangs, the way that clothes hang on you. But I also have a lot of stuff about my own personal like symmetry. Like when I wear a tank top, there's these little spots that are missing
The little gaps.
that drive me nuts.
You're like thinking of ideas how to fill them in.
I don't even care. I'm like, just fill it in with. I don't even care. Like I'm probably the same thing that I did everywhere else is just throw some spider webs in there.
Yeah.
Just fill it up so I don't have to see that weird, empty like.
The OCD
It's just
tattoo.
a hard line and then like an empty spot. Like I had like a hard line here on my arm and then an empty spot and then
Yeah.
a hand tattoo and I was like, ah.
Was that kanji in there?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. That's a nice little fill in right there.
It's okay.
I'm trying to think of like, I got this little line right here in between these two faces. I'm like, I don't know what to put right there, dude. Like, maybe like some sort of band or something, you know?
Yeah.
It's kind of tricky to like think because it's like puzzle pieces, you know? You're just
Sometimes,
trying to.
I mean, I feel like sometimes people like to cram in just like tiny things all over the place, which is fine. Do whatever you want.
Yeah.
For me, I'm like, oh, what's that? Like a spot that's like the size of $2 silver? Screw it. Just fill it with spider webs.
Yeah?
Who cares? Just fill the spot.
That's just the main thing. It's not even about like the artwork composition at that point. It's just
Sometimes
like,
it is.
Yeah.
Sometimes, like for main focal points, like my knees, I really wanted animal
Right.
heads, and my neck and my throat, I really wanted, big focal points.
it's about the important.
But
it's like-
everything in between,
yeah.
I just want to fill it up.
Because there's some points that are like super prime real estate, and you
Yeah.
want to make sure you put a nice house on that
You
plot.
got a big, like that one right there on the top of your forearm.
Yeah.
And then you got the other side available.
Yeah, exactly.
That's such a killer spot.
I'm saving that one for something really dope. Because like I got one tattoo that I really fucking regret. Is
Really?
this one right here? Because I didn't know how the design would show up on a spot like that, because it's like a little too much going on.
Yeah,
For like
little
such a
intricate
small area.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I don't know whether I should get it blasted over, because it's like I probably have to do something, or I'm probably just gonna get lasered off.
Really?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna laser it off, just because it's like probably one of the best spots you can have for a tattoo.
Yeah,
You know,
it is. Potentially.
but it's gonna be fucking so painful because it's huge. It's massive.
I don't know. You know what? I mean, like, there's a lot of these blastovers now,
Mm-hmm.
where it's just like they just put something hard and black,
Yeah, but
Over.
not blacked out.
but not fully blacked out. Like you could put a big, huge black eagle on top of that.
Yeah?
And then all the empty space, you would still see that it's just right on top of another tattoo.
Yeah.
I think they look really cool.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna have
Because
to
you're
Google that or
basically just
something.
going like, fuck this, bam. Like it's like a big stamp,
Yeah, dude.
I think they look cool. Cody does them.
Oh, really?
He did this this big one over on my shin.
Is that the poison-free one?
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta check that out in a second, dude. That's
Yeah.
nuts.
But he just did a big old
But it's like,
stamp blast over on that. I think it's cool. Like I think you always got extra skin.
yeah,
People get cover-ups, and again, do whatever the fuck you want to do. People always got their different ideas. But I feel like if
Absolutely.
you have you have other empty skin,
yeah. No, I got
Instead
a
of-
shitload, dude.
instead of covering something I already have, I just be like, I already felt that pain, dude. Let's just go somewhere else and add more.
It's like I feel like I want my whole body to like be up to par. You know, it's like I'm not gonna like take some tattoo that's like, oh, it work, but it's like I don't want it to work. I want it to be like fucking tight, dude. You know
I
what
like
I mean?
having some bad tattoos.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think they have
Yeah.
character. I think it's fun to just have some that are like that was a stick and poke. That was dumb, but it's there. And
Yeah.
I like some of the bad
got
tattoos.
history.
I like them for the memories that I have associated with it more
Absolutely.
than like I'll have some that are like, man, this is a killer piece. And it's cool, but my favorite tattoo is this little tic-tac-toe that I played with some of my friends.
At a tattoo shop,
No, at a house.
dude, that is not kosher right there.
Well,
But
I
it's-
at least won't say who was there.
We don't want to incriminate anybody.
No.
Yeah, dude. I got so much room. I'm like, but every tattoo has got to be like, like when it all like is cohesive together. It's like when I see when I was at the tattoo convention last year, I was like, wow, dude. It's kind of inspirational because everybody there has got tattoos and they're all like, a lot of them look better than mine. I'm like, dude, that's sick, dude. It's like inspiring, just to see some of these magazines and see what these people have. I'm like, damn, dude, I want a back piece that looks like that. Like your back piece looks pretty sick too.
I
dude.
like it, yeah.
It's a sick one.
You think that the whole tattoo thing will eventually go like the way that punk rock has gone though? And eventually it'll be like all these people that are like, oh yeah, I used to be into tattoos, but now I think it's lame. Or like, oh yeah, I used to go to punk shows, but I'm not going to that anymore. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? I wonder.
When you get tattoos, you're pretty much in there. Even if you're like not into it anymore, you're fucking in there, dude.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like there's people like right now who are 90 years old who only got one tattoo, but they're fucking tattooed.
Yeah.
You might not be into it anymore, but you are fucking marked for
No
life, baby.
taking it back. Well, I guess, I mean, now you can take them back if you really want to.
Yeah, that's true. But then you a bitch.
Yeah, I don't know. Who cares? Whatever. It's all silliness. It's all whatever.
Yeah.
You know, when it comes down to it, it's like they're just drawings on my skin. Like,
Yeah.
When you were a kid, your parents were like, "Don't draw on yourself," and then it's like later on, you're like, "Oh, I'll show you. I'm gonna put a drawing on me that's gonna last forever."
It was so funny. I remember when I like turned 18, like the week after I turned 18, I was like, Mom, can you drop me off in Kailua? And she's like, yeah. And then we dropped me off by the KFC right over by the fucking freeway and shit. And like fucking, she was like, you better not get a tattoo.
Shut up.
I was like, I'm not gonna get a tattoo. And then right when I closed the door on her, I was like, Mom, I'm getting a tattoo. Kaylee. And she was like,
Yes.
oh my God. And she like walked around for 2 hours to every tattoo shop in the area until she found me. And then I was like almost done. She was like, John, what have you done to your body?
Are you right there?
Yeah, this
That
one
was
right
my
here.
first spot too.
Yeah, dude.
Right on the forearm, inside forearm.
Yeah, I was like, dude, this is a good start off, you know? Good jump off point.
So I told my grandmother that I was gonna get the Hawaiian Islands tattooed
Oh, yeah.
as my first tattoo, and that way she was kind of like, oh well, if you're gonna get a tattoo, I mean, at least that's not so bad.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
It's not really
And,
too fucking vulgar.
Yeah, definitely not, right? And then, but I was like, I'll just get it on my leg, no big deal.
Nobody will see it.
And then I went to go get it done and put it right there on my forearm and came home and she's like, what? She's like, you're going to
Oh, no.
regret that someday. And I was like, well,
We'll see about that.
we'll see.
We'll see like how many tattoos I get after that. It's so crazy. I was like looking at footage of or like pictures of Black Square in like 2001, 2002. You guys are like all fucking bare, dude.
Yeah.
It's just trippy. All you guys like just went fucking full force, dude. That's amazing how many tattoos you got too, bro. I'm like, dude, when you think about how much every tattoo costs, I like trip out when people are just like fully covered. I'm like,
I got
dude.
lucky to be around people that were tattooing.
And they hooked it up.
Yes and no. Yes, sometimes yeah, sometimes no. But just like when you're around it all the time, you kind of you can justify like spending the money on it.
Yeah.
Because instead of doing other things. Also, I wasn't drinking for a long time.
Yeah, the drinks kind of add up after a while.
Right.
Huh?
So I got a lot of my tattoos before I was drinking, and it was just, I don't know, whatever. People are gonna spend their money on stuff. Like I never had a new car or a newer car or anything like that, you know, for a long time. I would get tattoos or just other stuff.
Just drive around beaters. You
Yeah.
know? Just fucking spend it on the fun things of life.
I think I had my first like handful of cars were all either free or really cheap. And
Oh,
I
yeah?
got really lucky.
I remember that one car I used to drive around with all the stickers on it. Like the brief stickers and shit. Like fucking
Yep.
came and picked me up at AOP. You remember that? You filled in for Smiths
Yeah.
on
Yeah,
drums.
Yeah.
And you like came to my school. Like the fucking music was like blaring, dude. All the
Was
teachers.
it was a car that was just completely covered in stickers?
Yeah, it was like a white car that was just covered in fucking
Yeah,
stickers, dude. I was
yeah.
like, I would just see you on the freeway and be like, oh, that's the brother right there, dude. That's the one.
That was a fun car, and I remember one time I loaned it to my grandma because something was up with her car, and she's like, "Hey, can I borrow your car for a little bit?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, for sure." And
Yeah, Gramps.
she'd be like, people were tripping out looking at her driving that car and be like, "What?"
How's this punk rock grandma, bro?
Yeah,
Where she went high school? McKinley.
man.
Gotta be.
It's so funny too because I still feel the same way about stickers that I always have.
Yeah.
Is that they're like currency.
Yeah?
Like,
That's awesome. I never thought of
I
that.
actually have a Smith sticker right up in here.
Oh, yeah?
That's unstuck.
Oh, dude, that's what's up.
But I'm like, oh, well, that's the last one I have, so I can't stick it on anything now.
Yeah, dude, that's a precious commodity
You
in
never
these
know.
parts.
What happens if I stick it on I don't know, what would I stick, like, let's say I stick it on this guitar and then I'm like, oh, I'm gonna get rid of that guitar. I'm like, oh, I'll never get that sticker back.
That sticker's
you know?
gone, dude.
Yeah.
But if you ever want more stickers, you better know who to come to. 'Cause I
Right
got
on.
the plethora.
Nice.
I'm fully equipped.
There's also something about just having like 2 or 3 of a sticker
Uh-huh.
that makes it like, all right,
More of like a fucking,
Okay,
like,
cool.
you gotta save. I have that with, too, because, fucking John Davis gave me a couple, like, Ukla the Mock stickers.
Yeah.
I got, like, 3 Ukla the Mock stickers. I put one of them on my car because I know I'm going to have that thing for a while.
Yeah.
I'm like, I didn't even want stickers on my car. But I'm like, if I'm going to put one sticker on my car, you better believe it's going to be Ukla the Mock.
Is that the only one on your car?
There's actually another one, too, after that. There's only 2 right now. And it's like a tiki skanking. It's kind of
Yeah.
like the same design from the Skullduggery album.
Yeah.
I'm like sporting my band and fucking Ukla the Mock. Maybe a Go Jimmy Go sticker if I can find one.
Yeah, see? Right?
That's
and
all
if
I
you
want.
had one from back in the day that you were hoarding for.
Yeah, dude, I would totally use that thing right now.
Oof.
I just want to rep the Noko Oi jams, brother.
You have a favorite sticker that you've saved for years that's still going, unstuck?
Fuck. I used to have a Kalapana sticker.
Ooh.
The guy that got from the show when they played at the 4th of July at the Hilton.
Yeah.
And fucking it says "Listen to Kalapana"
Yeah.
in the fucking font of Kalapana, but then I lost it, bruh. I lost it in my car. My freaking my Scion XB crapped out on me, and right when the tow man took it away, I was like, bruh, the Kalapana sticker's in the car, dude. It's gone, dude.
Dude. Yeah, that's like when you have a CD in the CD player back in the day, and you get your CD player traded out or something, and then you're driving away, and you're like, oh, dude, I had that one CD in there.
That Brian Setzer CD, dude. It's gone now, dude.
Oh, that's funny.
I remember I bought my car, and then I fucking I just put on the CD player just to see if there's a CD in there, and then it's like this. He's like, "What's up, motherfuckers?" And I was like, "What is this, dude?" And I just take it out. It's like Eastbound and Down soundtrack. I was like,
Weird.
I was like, how the fuck? I love little surprises like that.
What was the first tape or CD? You're a CD guy, right? You're a little bit younger. What was the first CD you ever had?
First CD. Well, we're gonna go full circle right now. My first CD was I think is the first Backstreet Boys CD.
Whoa, very similar. My first CD was Boys to Men.
Boys to Men, dude. It might as well be the same thing.
Yeah.
You know, Backstreet
one
Boys
less
to
member,
Men.
one era back and one less member, but back in
little
the
bit
original
more,
boy band days.
A little bit more soulful. I think your
Yeah.
first CD is better than mine. I wish my first CD was Boys to Men.
Boys to Men 2. That was an epic album.
I don't
Wait
even
till
have
the
that.
water runs dry.
I don't even know that shit. I gotta know.
That's a good album. No, you would know a lot of the songs on that album.
Yeah, dude.
For
I've been
sure,
digging
you would
into
have
deep
to.
R&B, so might
That's
as well.
a good one.
I always like skip the '90s R&B. I'm like, I feel like '90s R&B is like not as crip as the '70s and '80s shit.
You know what? Yeah. So you know what I was just thinking about because I was watching that show Snowfall. And then I was watching the episode of Black Mirror called Black Museum. And in the beginning of that show, it has that song. Oh, great! Of course, I'm gonna draw a blank right now. But
Some Cool in the Gang.
if I could, this is gonna drive me crazy. But it's basically an original version of a song.
Okay.
Right, where I didn't know it was a cover. And so, do you know California Love is the Dre and Tupac version
You're right.
is a second round cover.
Second Round, is that a group?
So no, it's a second round of a cover. So like there was the original version, which is called West Coast Potluck, and that's the California knows how to party. Right? Have you ever heard that version?
I don't
like
think
the
so.
70s funk version. It's
I
really
probably
cool.
have, but
it's really cool. And then,
I love that shit back in the day.
And then basically there was another version of it that was called California Love. And it's by these two guys. I forget their names. I wish this was all coming back to me right now. But basically like the Snoop and or not Snoop, but the Dre and Tupac version.
Yeah.
Is almost a straight take from that second version. And that second version, they took this song called Woman to Woman by, is it Roger Miller? No. Is it Roger Miller? God damn it.
We need a fact checker in here.
I know, seriously.
Just
But
kidding.
anyway, I mean, look it up on your own if you're watching this. But the song is for sure called Woman to Woman, and that's... So
Yeah,
they
the kind of lead in,
They
yeah.
mixed that, and that's what the first cover, which was called California Love, that sampled that West Coast Potluck.
Oh.
So if you listen to all those
It's like
first
an
two,
amalgamation of the two songs.
if you listen to those first two, it's like, whoa.
It's fucking gnarly, dude. Dr. Dre is a badass producer, dude.
The song from that Black Museum was that always something there to remind me.
Oh, yeah, dude. Naked Eyes?
Yeah, that's not the original version.
Oh, yeah, I know. Yeah, dude.
Right.
There's like I think it's like from the 1960s. The original.
So I've been going.
That broke my heart when I found that out, dude.
Right?
Because I love the
it's a
fucking
trip.
the Naked Eyes 80s version,
And that's
dude.
the whole thing I've been doing my whole life with Hawaiian songs. Just being like, oh, what? I feel like it still happens to this day.
Does that
like,
break your heart, though?
I like it.
When you love a song and you're like, dude, this is the shit. And then you're like, oh, somebody else wrote this song?
Do you know...
Shit breaks my heart every time.
Didn't I show you Lean on Sheena?
Oh, Lean on Sheena? Oh, was that the fucking the Bouncing Soul song?
That's a cover.
Oh, what? See, you just broke my heart again.
Lean on Sheena
like
is
PTSD.
a cover, and it's kind of weird.
Yeah?
And it's really lo-fi-y.
It's an old song?
It's not that old. It's a I believe it was a a side project from the Mighty Boss Tones.
Really?
You're gonna have to check it out.
What?
Lean on Sheena, the
Dickie
original.
Barrett shit?
I'm
The
not
singer
sure if
of,
he was
Mighty
involved.
Mighty?
I'm not sure if he was involved or not.
Damn.
But you can, if you just Google or YouTube search Lean on Sheena original,
Yeah?
you'll find it.
Fuck, dude.
It's a
that
trip,
song is
dude.
sick, dude. I love the Bouncing Souls version.
It's a trip, dude.
It's crazy. Sometimes it goes both ways sometimes. You know, sometimes you love the cover better than the original.
Mm-hmm.
Or sometimes you're so in love with the cover. You don't even know it's a cover. And then you find the original, like, dude, I can't even listen to, like, there's this song by Simply Red called Money's Too Tight to Mention.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, dude, I love this version. And it's like a white dude, like a ginger dude from England singing that song. Yeah. And then I heard the fucking R&B version from the 70s, the Valentine Brothers version. I was like, oh my God, dude. It's still one of my fucking favorite
Amazing.
R&B records, dude. It's some deep fucking bass, dude, with some synthesizer on top of that shit, dude. It's like makes the white version seem like no soul, dude. And he got sold, that white guy, but the black version is like, dude, these guys fucking are Marvin Gaye's level shit, dude. It's fucking sick.
You ever hear the original version of Tainted Love?
Oh, yeah.
That's another one that blew my mind.
The black chick who sings that one, dude.
Yeah.
I love that. That version's haunting, too. Like, I love the soft cell version, but the original is, like, just as good. It's
And
dope.
what's that Cyndi Lauper song that was originally a punk song? Like,
Ooh, I don't know.
Girls Just Want to Have Fun, I think.
What?
Yeah.
That's a cover?
I hope I'm not wrong about that one.
Girls Just Want to Have Fun is a cover?
I think so.
Oh, Taylor's going to be pissed.
We're gonna have to like look all these up afterwards. Maybe I wonder if we could. I don't know. Then I'm gonna put BBJ on the hot seat for like editing, but it'd be cool if we could put like, nope, Nick was wrong about this one.
Yeah,
or
dude.
like, oh yeah, here's the link for this one.
Oh, and the next time you have a guest on, you should have a fucking like little list of songs that's like, is this a cover? Is this not a cover? And see if you get the true
like
or
do a little
false,
game
dude.
show.
Yeah, a little game show, dude.
Dude.
10 songs.
You know what my dream was is so eventually like right before we actually started and you were talking about Simpsons and
Uh-huh.
I was like, oh, what's your Simpsons knowledge like? And you're like, pretty good. And I was like, really? Because my dream is to do a Simpsons trivia.
Dude, try give me one question of the Simpsons trivia.
Okay, this one's.
Let's see if-
I feel like this one's pretty easy.
Yeah, give me a free throw.
What is Principal Skinner's real name?
See, I don't know.
Armin Tamzarian.
I would have no idea that.
Okay.
That question doesn't go that. I haven't watched it in so long. It's been a minute, dude. It's like, I love that show. It's like so smart, you know. It's like, but it's just like it never really like hooked me completely, you know.
Yeah.
I always like was a big fan of it, but it's never like within my DNA. You know,
Yeah,
there's shows
I've
that are
been-
way more in my DNA than that.
Oh, I mean, it came out when I was 4 or 5, and I was watching it
right?
ever since it was on the Tracy Ullman show.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
The like when it looked ragged as fuck.
I loved it.
The animation on the first
The
couple
first
seasons.
the
is
first
fucked.
season animation is probably my favorite. I
Yeah?
love it.
It's
And
so
then,
like rough, yeah.
obviously very cliche, but of course, like the first like 13 seasons, I feel like are the best.
Mm-hmm.
But not only I like the storylines better. I like how it was more cartoony.
Yeah. I feel like that was South Park too. Just-
Yeah, the more current seasons, I just feel like it's just too modern. You know, Bart and Lisa have iPhones. There have been some pretty funny ones where what's his name from Portlandia?
Oh yeah.
Fred Armisen
Yeah.
was on
Oh, really?
as a guy from Portland, and he came down and they had there was a donut shop called Devil Donuts.
Oh,
Right?
yeah.
Voodoo Donuts and there was just like there was a kid. I forget who voiced the kid, but that was a good, clever episode.
Kind of like tie in a little bit.
But I just feel like they're a little bit more few and far between. There's just it, and there was a YouTube video I saw once that was like, there's two completely different TV shows. They're both called The Simpsons, and there's this one that has these 13 seasons, and then there's this other one that starts at season 14, but they're completely different shows. They have
Wow.
the same characters.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, right, of course.
Completely different heart
But
and
they
soul.
they're totally different. You know, back when what's his name, red hair late night host was writing.
Oh, Conan.
When Conan was writing,
Yeah.
some
I
of
forgot he
his
was on that show.
episodes, I think he wrote my favorite episode. I knew I would need to check, but
What's your favorite episode?
Lisa the Vegetarian.
Okay, I think I've seen that one before.
That episode is just banger. Like minute for minute, it's just, oh my god,
It's so on point.
Fucking funny.
Damn, dude.
It's so funny.
What season is that?
I think it's 4.
4?
I think.
That's a cool thing about. You ever go to Book Off?
No.
That place has got all the fucking shit, dude. Like a Simpsons season is like $5. I'm like, dude, I could just like get like 4 of these and just binge watch it for $20.
When I was like maybe, shit, what was it? Maybe 10 years ago ish. Mm-hmm. It was right before Downbeat opened. So yeah, it would have had to been right about 10 years ago, and I was going through a little sad time.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't want to go out. I don't want to do anything. And I ordered on eBay the first 13 seasons of The Simpsons.
Oh yeah, on DVD.
Yeah, but they took forever to get here because they sent a media mail, and I was like, what's that?
Yeah,
I don't even know what that is. Basically, you can go down and you're paying just dirt for. You can send. I think it's like up to 70 pounds.
Yeah.
For like $30 or $40.
Oh wow.
It's ridiculous.
Super cheap.
But it has to be media, so it has to be like DVDs, VHS, books, media.
Some sort of physical media.
Yeah. And so they sent him to me media mail, and I was like, what is media mail? And he's like, well, it's just going to be really cheap. And I was like, okay. And
cheap
I was
means slow.
Waiting, and it was slow.
It took like a month or 2 or something?
Man, it probably took 6 to 12 weeks.
Oh my god.
Something crazy.
Your anticipation must have been out the fucking roof, dude.
Ridiculous.
You're like, I want some Simpsons now, goddammit. I paid for this shit.
Ridiculous.
Dude, I know that feeling too.
But when it came in, oh man, I was stoked. This huge box, and I would like line them up and just look at them like, oh yeah, oh yeah.
Oh,
I don't even know what happened to them. I
love
think I
that.
sold them, or I either sold them or whatever. Because now, I mean,
you're just all digital now.
Yeah.
That's what happened to me too. Like I got really into the Sopranos. Like I watched like a couple episodes, and then I was like, dude, fuck. I was like watching it on my laptop. Like through a torrent. I was like, dude, fuck this. I bought the Blu-ray, dude. Went ham on that thing, dude. That show is sick, dude.
Yeah. I'm still on season 1. I've never gotten past it.
Season 1 is like, it's like it's like not even the real like way to see it, dude. Like the first season.
You gotta dig in for a couple seasons.
It gets really good by the 3rd season.
Yeah.
Like you will be hooked,
man.
dude.
I gotta chug along on that show, I think.
The show gets fucked up, dude.
It's just so dated. That's the only thing that.
Yeah, it feels dated. See, it gets better though. It's like there's like not too many things to date it back that way. You know, it's like you feel like the Goodfellas is dated.
Never seen it.
What?
I know.
You've never seen the Goodfellas?
There's a lot of classic movies that I've never seen.
Dude, you need to see the Goodfellas. That's like the best. That's like my favorite movie of all time.
I've seen Casino.
See, Casino's, dude.
I don't know.
Dude, that movie, dude, Joe Pesci in that movie is a fucking masterpiece, dude. The way he just talks to people is like, I'm funny? I'm funny how? I make you laugh? I'm here to amuse you? Like, there's so many classic. That movie will change your motherfucking life, dude.
Was Joe Pesci in every mobster movie?
It seems like it.
Right?
He was in Once Upon a Time in America, you know?
What's that one about?
Not Scarface, but...
Once Upon a Time in Brooklyn? Or what's the one about...
Once Upon a Time...
There's Deuces Wild, that one was like a more modern time. Me and Josh saw that one together.
Oh, yeah, I remember that one.
And that's what, like, we're
it's
like...
a 50s, like, fucking greaser.
Yeah, we wanted... Like, we walked out of the ward.
Yeah.
Walked across the street, went and bought packs of Lucky Strikes, rolled them up in our sleep. We didn't even smoke them, I don't think.
Just to get into character for the movie,
like,
huh?
we want to be like that.
We want to be some Deuces Wild motherfuckers right now.
Silly. We're young. What can I say?
There's a movie coming out tonight, dude, called Midsommar.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, dude, that movie's gonna be crazy. I'm gonna see that after this, dude.
So it's like it's supposed to be like a horror movie that's set in the daylight.
Right. They go to Sweden because like this guy's like about to break up with his girlfriend, and he's like trying to do a thesis paper for college, and then one of their friends has like a community used to live in Sweden, and it's like a cult, and then fucking they have all these like crazy pagan rituals, and it's all set in daylight. I actually like was so anticipating this movie that I couldn't wait for it to come out, so I just read the whole screenplay online.
Whoa.
Dude. And I was like, I already know this movie's gonna be fucked up, dude. There's some crazy imagery just on the paper. I'm like, if this is what it's reading right now on the fucking big screen, it's gonna be a mind fuck.
Is it like a thriller?
It's like a thriller, like breakup horror movie.
Horror, like thrasher, like bloody.
Yeah, like
Yeah?
fucking visceral imagery. Like the dude, his name's Ari Aster, and he just released a movie last year called Hereditary, and it's fucking. Have you seen that movie either?
No.
Oh, dude, that movie's gnarly.
You like a lot of horror movies?
Yeah, just like more like true to form, like less Hollywood movies, you know, like that have substance, you know. But horror is definitely a big one of my favorite genres.
Really?
Yeah, I love horror movies.
I just recently I noticed that on Hulu and I think Hulu and Amazon Prime they both released a bunch of the same movies.
Oh, really?
But they released like all the Friday the 13th.
Oh, nice.
And I tried to watch. I just tried to start at number 1. I was like, I'm gonna watch these. I couldn't make it. I made it through maybe 20 minutes, and I was like, this is terrible.
What's so bad about it?
The acting, first of all, is terrible. That point of view killer.
Yeah.
Where like it's the kids are like, oh no, and it's like.
Yeah. See, you can't get back to that time. You can't like.
I like some bad ones. Like
Yeah.
I really liked. I liked the ones that were more like 90s 2000s.
Yeah.
Kind of B. Like
See, but that's
like
the-
Jeepers Creepers.
Right. Yeah, that's a good one.
I kind of like that one, or not
But that
kind
was
of
like more your era.
or like that one where son of a bitch, it's the guy who has multiple personalities.
Was that Split?
No, it's like I think John Cusack's in it. Maybe he's
Huh.
got it's this big fat guy, and he's got all these multiple personalities, and they're like battling in a little hotel.
What the fuck?
Fuck,
Was that 1408? No.
it's like one. It's a one word title. This sucks. I'm like, I'm not even stoned. I'm like fucking so much shit up today.
I'm stoned. I'm pretty stoned.
There's my favorite of all time, Cabin in the Woods.
Cabin in the Woods? Oh, that movie's dope, dude.
That's ridiculous. That's like that
like a
has to
parody.
be the best horror movie of all time,
You think so?
hands down.
I gotta watch that
Hands
again, dude.
Down.
Hands
You know which
down?
one I'm talking about, right?
The one from like 2000 something?
Cabin in the Woods.
Yeah.
Where like halfway through the movie it goes, and
Yeah.
it's just a completely different movie all of a sudden.
Yeah, you're like, wait, we're getting trolled right now? Like, this is like, everything's been, you know, I can't even,
Yeah.
I don't want to spoil it, but.
Right. If you haven't seen it, I mean, but that is hands down.
That's a great one.
Another great one is called The Hole.
The Hole, huh?
You ever see this one where it's like these it's just like these teenagers that are in school and they're supposed to go on like a field trip or something like this, and this girl goes, hey, you know what, I found this place that we can go to, and just instead of going on the field trip, it can just be us, and we can have this little like couples kind of getaway thing, or
Couples retreat.
it's I think it's like 3 or 4 girls and a couple guys, and this one girl, her dream is to get this guy, whatever. So they go into this hole,
What
and they
the
and they
fuck?
lock, and it's like this little bunker thing,
What?
and somebody else has the key from the outside, and then like somebody gets sick, and it's like, what the fuck? And then basically like the whole movie almost starts over in the middle,
Oh, yeah? It's like a
and
whole
then you
nother
see.
movie.
So the first half of the movie, you're seeing everything from this girl's perception, but she's crazy. And then the second half of the movie, you see the whole thing again,
From a second point
but
of view.
from the truth.
Oh, okay.
And she's crazy, and it's pretty killer. I think it's also like early 2000s.
Oh, yeah, dude. See, there's a lot of movies from that era that were actually really good.
Yeah, that's
There's
what
not too many good movies nowadays that I've seen.
Yeah, the newer ones, I don't know. I saw like A Quiet Place. You see that?
Yeah, I saw that.
It's all right.
I was like, yeah, this is, but it's like the whole movie is like no fucking talking.
Right.
We can't go outside right now. There's fucking people about to kill us. It's like, dude.
It was okay.
Yeah, it didn't really like fucking like pique my interest. Like certain, like this dude right now, there's like certain directors who are out right now who are like fucking amazing. That like I watch every one of their movies. Like the dude who did Arrival.
Dude,
Fucking,
Arrival. That was one of my favorite movies that came out
Yeah, dude.
recently.
That
And
guy's
what did that come out, like
amazing,
5
dude.
years ago or something?
Yeah, about like 3 years ago.
Was it only 3 years ago?
Yeah, yeah.
Is that possible? Wow.
Denny Villeneuve, dude. That guy's
Arrival
nuts.
is definitely one of my favorite movies in the last 5 years or so.
That director's amazing,
I
dude.
love that movie.
Have you seen Prisoners?
Nope, never even heard of it.
Yeah, that's the same director who made Arrival.
I feel like I don't see that many movies.
Yeah, I'm
I
like
just get
fucking-
lucky when people convince me to go see a movie and it's good. I'm like, oh, that was a lucky one, you know?
Yeah, I know, dude. I dodged a bullet on that one. I've seen. It's like sometimes when you see a movie, you're like, you gotta see 5 bad ones just to see a good one, you know, unless like you know what you're doing out there, you know.
I have no idea what I'm doing out there. I don't like good, good quote unquote good movies.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I like Hot Tub Time Machine. You know, that's
a fucking great movie.
Hot Tub Time Machine.
Try
is
and
a
tell me not.
Great movie.
Yeah, that movie's hilarious, dude.
Yeah. Wedding Crashers.
Oh, dude, I love Wedding Crashers.
Yeah.
Fucking Vince Vaughn in that movie is a
great
fucking
movie.
riot,
It's a
dude.
great movie. I could watch those. There was another movie where I was like, "That's a movie." Oh, Get Him to the Greek.
I haven't seen that one.
You haven't seen Get Him to the Greek?
I see there's a Mars Volta reference in that movie.
Get Him to the Greek it's the sequel to Forgetting Sarah Marshall.
Oh, really?
Yes.
What? What's that dude's name?
The
fucking
Russell Brand.
Russell Brand, yeah.
Yeah.
He was in the Forgetting Sarah Marshall movie.
Please, for the love of God, watch Get Him to the Greek. It is so fucking funny. Puff Daddy's in it.
What?
Jonah Hill.
Yeah,
who
Jonah
else?
Hill's like the manager or something.
Russell
huh?
Brand, I feel like basically kind of plays himself.
Yeah.
Like this like drug addict, but now he's sober. But like,
That's all he can
it's-
really do.
the soundtrack is amazing. Like,
Oh, really?
This morning when I was running, one of the songs came on, and I was like, "Is this the song I think it is?" And I was like, "I really fucking hope this is what I think it is," because I just have like a favorites playlist, and it'll
Yeah.
just play like random stuff. Like
That you liked in the past.
it'll I think every few days it updates the favorites, and so it drags stuff from my phone onto my watch.
Oh,
And
nice.
so I don't know what it's gonna be.
So the music is broadcasting from your watch?
Yeah, it's just my watch straight to my headphones.
Bluetooth.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fucking gnarly. You're living in the future right now,
Yeah,
dude.
I know, it's crazy.
You're doing some futuristic shit right
It's
now.
really
homie.
crazy, dude. It's really like
gnarly.
I don't take my phone with me a lot of times now when I leave the house.
You got everything you need.
Yeah.
Can you make phone calls from that thing?
Yep.
What the fuck? That's gnarly, dude.
It's not the best ever, but I mean it's enough to be like, "Hello?" and you can hear it and be like, "Hey, I'm talking on my watch right now, so let me just text you." And then I just go like, "Hey, text John Sanchez.
What?
Yeah, whatever. I'll meet you at the bar at 8:30. See
You
you
didn't even
there."
need your phone, dude.
Like when I told you earlier, I was like, "Oh, my parking stall is open for you." Voice to text, just
Through your watch.
yeah. Hey,
What
text John
the
Sanchez.
fuck?
Blah 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 blah. Okay, cool. And then
Oh, that's some Minority Report shit right there, dude.
it's just
That's
yeah,
crazy.
It's the world we live in now.
I feel like a dinosaur sometimes with the way I get down. I'm just like watching like Blu-rays, fucking listening to vinyl records. You know, I'm just doing everything the old-fashioned way, dude. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
There's
it's-
something to it. I mean, I think like I can understand if you have like a bunch of records or DVDs for like, and it's kind of like decoration.
Right.
I get it.
People collect shit.
I get
People
it.
collect toys, whatever. You know, it's like sometimes you just want that collection or whatever you collect. You know, it's just good to be like show off or whatever. You know, be like, dude,
Yeah.
check out all these fucking movies. Because the thing with streaming to me is that like you could have all these movies leave and you'll never be able to watch them again. You know, if
Yeah.
you like these movies,
If everything crashed or
Yeah.
something, sure.
you know what I mean? It's like I have this.
But if all the
movie.
power went out, you're not gonna watch anything either way.
Oh, dude, I could have a fucking portable DVD player with batteries on there.
Yeah, I can. Yeah,
You
I
know,
guess, yeah.
just kill time because it's boring in a power outage.
That's true. That's true.
You know, or play acoustic guitar.
Yeah. Yeah.
What to do during a power outage, dude? That's the real question.
You know what? I was actually really a little bit envious that I didn't get to be part of that power outage. That was I think it was like about 12, 13 years ago.
Oh yeah, which one was that?
The
Where
whole
all the power-
island went out
dude.
for like what was it an earthquake? And all the power on the island went out for like a good at least like 2 or 3 days or something. And
Yeah.
I heard it was just really wild.
You weren't in Hawaii for
No, I
that?
wasn't, and I missed
Oh,
it.
dude.
And I
Let me
was-
tell you, I was fucking on that, dude.
Yeah, what
I was
happened?
driving around all fucking day.
How was it?
It was insane, dude. Like I think I started driving around like 3:00, and like every single, because I live in Hawaii Kai, and I was trying to go to town, and there's a lot of different lights before you can get on the freeway. So every single, like most of them are 4-way intersections. You have to like stop every
Stop
single
sign.
intersection,
Yeah.
and then a lot of people are just running fucking intersections, and I saw like 3 car crashes within a 2-day span, dude. And like I seen somebody get hit on a bike.
Whoa!
Yeah, dude. Like, there was some gnarly shit going on. I remember, like, the first day when the power was out, we went to Taylor's house, and, like, there was, like, 10 or 12 of us, and fucking this dude, like, came out of nowhere, dude. In the darkness, he's just like,
Oh, just walked up.
Yeah, and walking up on us and like all the
Oh.
homies, bro. And I'm like, what are you doing, bro? He's and then we shine his flashlight at us, and he's like, keeps like coming closer, and then he fucking eventually falls on a rock. He like slips on a rock and hits his face on the ground, dude. I was like, this is some blackout shit right now. This is what we're doing, dude. Power outage like attacks from zombies right now.
Was it fun though?
It was not that fun.
Really?
It was pretty fucking shitty because like
Yeah.
everywhere you go, it's like pitch black, and that you can't. It's like not even safe to drive, dude. You know what I mean?
I think the only reason why that I would love for something like that to happen is because I've got this really killer gas grill
Okay.
and a gas range, and I got I got a couple headlamps, and I got like a bunch of flashlights, a lot of candles.
You're just prepared.
Yeah, I'm ready
Just
for
in
it.
case the
I'm ready
shit is
for
going
it.
down.
It's basically just all my camping gear.
I just need an excuse to use my tools.
Yeah,
My play toys.
but I just feel like well, I would need food to cook. But
Yeah, right?
aside from that, yeah, I'd be really excited to use all of my camping gear in
It's like
town.
camping indoors.
Yeah. I know it's silly. I'm sure after like but what I do enjoy is those times where like when you take everything away
Yeah.
and you're like every time I go camping, turn my phone off.
That's a good start.
The other night, we only went out for it was 24 hours, but a couple friends had a house on the west side that they were staying out there for 3 days, and they're like, "Yo, come out and
What?
just stay for a day or two."
Like in Makaha side?
Yeah,
Oh, killer, dude.
and me and my girlfriend could only go out for 24 hours, but we did. And as soon as we got there, I was like, "Awesome!" Turning my phone off.
I'm off the grid.
Taking my watch off.
Yeah.
And just
Just embrace the here and now.
I love getting away from technology. I love technology,
Right.
but I love getting away from it for a while.
I know
So
exactly what you mean, dude.
relaxing.
So I love
Man.
one of my favorite things to do is just go to the botanical gardens and just
Fongs?
yeah, or like the one in Hawaii Kai or the
Yeah.
one in Kaneohe.
I haven't.
Holomoluia.
Yeah. I
That
camped
one's
up there.
Beautiful, dude. And just like, you know, when you're like around the city life too long, it like kind of drains you. You know, you need to just reconnect with nature. Or, you know, disconnect your phone, go to the ocean, and just like become spiritual again. You know, you got to recharge your soul because sometimes you're just out and about. You don't even focus on the here and now and the you.
It's so true.
You know, you gotta just take this phone out. And sometimes when you like got your phone on you, you're just too worried about dumb shit.
There's been some really interesting studies, and I know it was a podcast that I heard it on. I can't remember which one it was. It might have been like Radio Lab or something. But they did these studies where they'd go to these two kind of like project-y kind of places.
Lower income.
Yeah, I think it was like a lower income kind of a housing situation.
Okay.
And one of them, plenty of trees and greenery everywhere.
Right.
The other one, none.
Barren.
Concrete. And although they were the same tax bracket or same income bracket rather, and it was it was just for all intents and purposes like the same people living in these places, like income bracket, whatever. And but the one that had all the greenery around it, everybody knew their neighbors.
Oh wow.
And everybody was a lot more likely to go to their neighbor and be like, "Oh, could I borrow a cup of sugar? Could I borrow a couple eggs?"
Yeah, a little bit more like a community.
There was less violent crime.
Wow.
There was less robberies and theft.
Just because of the outside surroundings, you know, it's like when you feel like you're living in hell, you're not gonna want to be nice to the next person next to you or
Yeah.
like give cream and sugar to your neighbor or whatever. You know, you
Dude.
feel like you're living in a fucking mental prison.
I need to at the bare minimum go down to the pool and lay in the sun
Absolutely.
for a couple hours a week. Bare minimum.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm talking about
not too
like
much to
I need
ask
to
for.
I need to spend at least a good day at the beach
Fuck yeah.
once a week. I need to go either on a hike or luckily now that I'm actually like getting my stupid lazy ass out of the house and running, that helps a lot. Like just being in the grass and seeing trees and
Just
anything
embrace
like
the
that.
day. You know,
Oh,
like
man.
sometimes, especially when you work a lot, you know, you're tired. You want to go home, but sometimes you got to just force yourself out of that because you're in this routine. And the second you get into a routine, everything starts to become gray. There's no vibrance in life anymore. You know, sometimes you got to just get out of your routine, go to the beach, swim in the ocean. You know, like that's why we live in Hawaii.
Man, the ocean, dude. That's huge. I feel like I've felt this for a long time. Like I don't think I could live more than I don't know, like a day trip or so to a natural body of water.
Right? You gotta travel a day just to get to the beach.
Yeah, I couldn't do that. I need to be close enough to the water.
Right.
It's just like sanity.
Especially after you've been conditioned for this lifestyle. You know, you live in Honolulu. The beach is
I mean,
all
that's
fucking
life.
around of us.
Water is life.
Right.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Not maybe not salt water, but still, it's like being close to it, being
This-
able to see the water. I just feel like there's something to it. I don't know what it
Yeah.
is. I haven't put that much thought into it. I just know for myself and my personal sanity,
Yeah.
I got to be able to be close enough to the water where I can just get there if I need to.
That's what's great living in Hawaii, dude. Because sometimes I'll just go by Coco Head,
Oh, that's
go
killer.
shoot that loop over
Yeah.
there, and just fucking smoke a bowl and fucking, you know, you got with Coco Head over there and the Holono blow hole and
Yeah.
shit. You know, it's like such a picturesque drive, and it's like it feels like spiritually fulfilling just to do that drive every day and be like, dude, I'm one with the ocean, out of this like concrete jungle. You know?
Which it seems like such a waste to neglect it, because people will spend their life savings to bring their wife and kids
Yeah.
to, or their husband and kids or whatever, to this island to see these things that we can just shoot over 20 minutes to see every day.
Yeah, I know, right? Sometimes you just like take it for granted.
Totally.
I know a lot of people who I talk to is like, when's the last time you went to the beach? They're like, oh, I haven't gone to the beach in like 5 years.
That's crazy.
I'm like, bro, why do you even live in Hawaii, dude?
Yeah, why
don't
you paying
live in
these
a
high
Rhode Island?
prices? Yeah, you could just go live in the middle of America.
This is why you're paying to live in Hawaii, dude. I mean, it's not cheap, dude. Sometimes I feel like I want to just like move to the neighbor island when I get like a little bit older, you know, like in my
think so?
40s or 50s, because I'm like, I love Oahu, but it's just like, it's too the kind, bro. It's too like fucking howly over here, bro.
You think you'd get bored?
I probably would,
I wonder.
you know?
Because like I said, when I'm camping, it's about the happiest time of my life.
Right.
But
Sometimes you need that city life.
I still love the technology, and I still, when I'm staying at my buddy's place on Maui, and there's no internet, and I can't download the newest podcast, I start to go,
Yeah, I remember that. When we went over to his house, and I was like, dude, my phone doesn't work at all down here,
Yeah.
dude. I felt like I was off the grid, but I was like, it kind of like reforced me to retrain my brain to be okay with the here and now. Because sometimes
Yeah.
the phone is too much of a distraction.
Yeah, if you can
can't
embrace it. Yeah.
the fucking here and now. Like, we're here right now. You got to enjoy here and now, not on your phone living vicariously through whatever's, you know?
Yeah. If you can embrace that, the fact that, okay, this is what I'm here, I'm experiencing this, and everything else is just, I'll deal with it later.
Yeah.
And if you can do that and release, but I feel like I have to be on a neighbor island, or I have to be camping, or at least on the other side of the island or something.
Right. Away from this area that you created for yourself. Somewhere like, if you go to Makaha, you're like completely on the other side of the island, and you're like in an area that you're probably not super familiar with,
Yeah.
like you are over here. So you feel like a distance. Like when I went to the Big Island, I drove like 800 miles in fucking
Damn.
3 days, and I was just like trying to
Yeah.
hit the whole island because it was fucking beautiful. And like I wasn't even on my phone. I was just like living this fucking
When was
moment. I think about a year ago.
Okay.
A year or two ago. But I had never been to the Big Island, and I was like, dude, this is my dream.
That
And I
was-
finally went there.
Close after that Maui trip that we did.
Yeah, exactly. Actually, you know what's funny is that when we went on that Maui trip, I hadn't gone on a trip in like 6 or 7 years.
Oh my God.
And I was like, that trip made me make this agreement with myself that I'm going to travel at least once a year, you know?
Minimum.
Got to.
Yeah.
At least once a year. So I did Maui, then Big Island, then California, then this Saturday I'm going to Seattle.
Yo, dude, that tattoo money, once a month, that tattoo money that you've been spending,
Yeah.
just do the same. Just make your goal, up your goal a little bit, dude.
Yeah.
You will fucking appreciate it.
I know,
If you're
right?
going to kiss that money goodbye one way or the other,
Right?
my goal for the last couple years has been every other month to get off the island.
Every other month.
I
That's
don't
badass.
always do it,
That's crazy,
but
dude.
sometimes I'll double up and I'll be like, okay, well I didn't leave the island for 3 months, maybe 4 months, but
Right.
I'm gonna leave for 3 weeks.
So just do it big. If you're
Yeah.
gonna wait that long, you're just gonna
Yeah, but
go somewhere crazy
just
like Japan.
One week, And Japan seems crazy. It's not even that crazy to go
Yeah.
to Japan.
Sounds crazy to me because I've never been there.
I mean, you got to
Once
have
you
your
go there.
passport.
Right. That's not that hard to do.
If that's crazy, but it's not that crazy. And then it's really close.
Yeah,
it's-
especially because we live in Hawaii. Like,
yeah, it's really
Japan's
close.
not that far.
But I mean, just the culture difference is
Yeah, dude.
so wild. It's so fun.
I fucking seen so much footage and like all this different type of media from Japan. I'm like, dude, I want to be there so bad.
You should go.
Looks like my people right there.
You should go.
They got ramen out the yin yang. I'm
Find
like, dude.
one friend who's
yeah.
down.
Actually, I know one guy who's like, dude, you got to go with me. So I'm like, dude, I'm down, dude.
Yeah, you should
Have a little buddy
dude,
pass.
If there's anything I could say out of this conversation, if there's anything I could encourage you to do more than anything, just get over there, man.
I want to do it. Maybe
It's so fun.
Maybe with Smiths one day. I've heard Black Square did really well on their
Yeah.
tour to Japan.
Traveling with a band is just it's really fun. It can be a little bit more of a headache
Right.
than just going.
Just like, because once you just go, you have no responsibility to anything other than a good time.
Like I know
Right.
13th Legion's over there right now, but
Yeah.
I know that they've got several days off. I think
Which you need.
That's the way to do it. It's just
Right.
kind of if you're gonna go play, cool. Make sure you have plenty of time off where you can actually enjoy the place you are.
Yeah.
Because that's the one thing I took away from touring was that, of course, like if you're gonna tour for life and you're gonna be scrounging and you don't have a lot of money, yeah, you got to get from town to town to make more money to keep on going.
Just keep this train afloat.
But if you're an adult now and you don't have to do that and you have a little bit of money to spare, sure, go play if you want to, but take some of that time to actually enjoy the place that you're at.
Yeah, because otherwise you're just in any other place in the world.
Yeah.
Like you gotta, if you're in Japan, you gotta see Japan to feel Japan.
Dude, yeah.
That's good advice, actually.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna try to keep chugging on this this traveling kick for at least another year.
So, what's the next destination of choice?
I'll be in California in a month.
Oh yeah, what's going on over there?
It's my grandma's 80th birthday.
Oh, killer, dude.
And go see my little nieces, my brothers, parents,
Do the family thing.
cousins, aunties, uncles. Yeah, go do that. That's just gonna be a little quick one a week, and then
Heard you and fucking Mike talking about going to Greece, huh?
yeah, I don't know if that. Yeah, I see
That's
nothing.
a nice little pipe dream.
Nothing else is set up aside from in January. Me and Kanan are gonna go to Japan to go snowboarding.
Oh yeah, dude.
So that'll be a
Nasty.
little different way to see Japan. And I like to typically try to go snowboarding once a year, and I haven't gone for I think 2 years, which is driving me nuts.
Gotta get back in it again, dude.
Yeah, so in between August and January, I'm gonna probably have to cram something in there somewhere because that'll just be too big of a break.
So that's 6 trips a month. I mean, a year rather.
Roughly,
Damn, dude.
yeah.
You fucking set the bar for me, dude.
But I
feel
did I just got back off a couple, so I feel like taking a
Some
little
good
break.
downbeat money right there, homie.
It's just, I just try to budget when I'm at home and then just kind of save it up. But yeah, I did April was New Orleans, May was Japan,
Wow.
June, July off, August back to the Bay Area. So
Cali.
if I take a couple months off to kind of like, okay, let's like recoup and pay those credit card bills off.
Yeah,
and
reset
stuff.
that wallet again.
I just got it. Yeah, I got like my credit card. I just rack it up and then try to pay it off before I go on the next trip. I guess
Yeah, dude. That's the thing. I want to definitely travel internationally. I've never left the country. I've only been to was it Seattle, or not Seattle, but Washington, Oregon, and California. Just those 3 states.
Oh my
I
God,
barely even know the country, let alone other countries. It's like I fucking wasted a good amount of my life just like living in Hawaii and not exploring the world. That's like, you got one life to live. You might as well see everything you can see.
Yeah.
That's like one of the most the gifts of life is just traveling, right?
Yeah, I've got the bug for it. I don't know at what point it kind of set in, but
No, Nick, we were way past the dogs. That's it.
all right.
That was a pretty good one, huh?
Yeah, it was fun. Thanks for coming over, bud.
Yeah, brother. We fucking made it, dude.
Right on, bud.
And next time we'll have the Simpsons trivia.
Oh, dude. Let's do it.